It's adult Legos. You don't need to spend any time
But
like
wait,
learning.
if that's adult
complex
Legos,
things.
what do you call it when an adult buys a Lego set?
An adult doing Legos, like, but it's for kids.
I want a Super Star Destroyer or the Saturn V.
You can get a knockoff kits that are basically exactly the normal like licensed kits, and they do sell, like, I think you can get the Saturn V for like $150.
That's
Because
Oh
perfect.
right, I wasn't going after anybody because my infamy was still really high.
Yeah,
I've been looking at the
wait,
same kit you
okay,
have.
I'm curious, Bob. What's your infamy at right now?
18.8.
So I'm a more infamous than you.
Really?
Yeah, 21.16.
Remember, he conquered that one province minor
That had 4,900 cattle farmers in it.
Yeah, and he got what was it? It was like 23.
I got like 23.9. I almost hit the limit because of those 4,900 Swiss fucks. They better be certain. Yeah, okay, at least they're German.
So I just commissioned an ironclad. Do I actually have the capability of building them, or was that just pity that it gave me one?
I got mine.
Yeah,
I got
can't-
the
I can't
same
even build
thing.
them.
Yeah, but you get an ironclad. You get it. It'll pop up in your home in one of your larger ports, because I have one.
Yeah,
And I don't know
there
how to
it
build
is.
them.
What would the first German ironclad be called?
I don't know. What's the German word for ship?
Hey, Germans. I know there's a couple of you in the audience.
Because it's got to be, because it's German, so it has to be incredibly descriptive. It has to be very simply it has to be descriptive, and it has no like nuance to it. Like they call it a Panzerkampfwagen, and it's just an armored battle car. So it would be
that.
armored warship. So it would be
what's better
it would
is
be
the name of-
Panzer Krieg something. Would be
my chat's saying Panzerschiff.
Well, it'd be Panzer Kriegsschiff, because it would be armored warship.
Armored warship.
Yeah.
Panzer Das Boot. I like that. Panzerschiff. I've had like 6 different people saying it's just Panzerschiff.
Gepanzertes Kriegsschiff.
So, yeah, Kriegsschiff. That's maybe warship. That is. Yeah.
Okay, forget the first thing I said, I guess. We're just
Well, no,
taking that off.
I know, but I thought they would have the warship in there because it's German, and that's exactly what I expect them to do.
The name for the gun on a tank is even better because it's the same thing with the word cannon on the end.
Yeah.
Armored battle car cannon, which just
Yeah.
rolls off the tongue in English.
It's a beautiful language. I was watching. What was it? I was watching. John. Oh no, what's his name? John Oliver. Because I have HBO, and so, what else am I going to watch on there? Most of the days. But last week tonight, sometimes. I remember there was that big thing about whenever BMW did their cheated on their emission testings. And he just started as a joke. He kept going by. He kept doing what is it called? These apologies, but in German. So it was like it was like the shame I feel from the shame I feel from business related lies. And like every time he said it in German, it was like the stereotypical incredibly hard
Lots of.
and then. Yeah, lots of and yelling and shit. And he just after he got done with it, went back
We
to the
appreciate
soft and
all
just,
cultures here.
Germany welcomes its new Egyptian allies.
Wait, what?
I'm allied with the Egyptians.
You're securing your strategic dried mummy reserves?
You mean subjugating Egyptians? Because that's the end goal.
Yeah, tomato,
I don't know if that's the phrase.
That's the joke.
It's not the phrase, but that's the joke.
And that's the joke.
I'm now.
No, I heard that my other friend, the Spanish, are bullying them around, so we have to take a stand against the Spanish.
Wait, you have to take a stand against your friend?
I do.
Why?
Friends don't
Why?
let friends subjugate the world. You do it first,
I'm
and
not
then you let them
interested.
get pick up pieces.
I just want the Egyptian desert. and all the rest, all the Nile lands will be left well alone.
See, I'm saving both of you.
But you didn't.
God damn it, Germany!
But you didn't take the desert part though. You took
I will
the
next.
incredibly populated coastline.
But I need the coastline. I need the coastline to then get into the desert. I can't just straight take the desert. I need the.
So you're gonna
coastline
give
to
up the
get
desert
out
after
to
you
the
get. You're gonna give up the coastline after you take the desert.
No, I need a chain to
Oh,
supply all the colonies. But I'm not going to take the rest of Egypt with the Nile.
Your excuses are just falling apart, Spain.
I'm just sitting here.
I just
on
want to
my
colonize Africa in peace.
my fucking.
Oh, I see some very colonized coastline on the western part of Africa. I don't think you need to take over Egypt to colonize Africa.
I need to get access to
But
that.
that's none of my business.
Trust
It's
us.
just Germany's ally.
Do you want a
Look, I
strong
feel like
front?
you should be
Yes
like
or no?
you should be like pulling up on your suspenders while you're saying that. Well, that's none of my business.
What has Netherlands got to say about itself? I mean, come off it, all right? Do you want a strong France?
As the
Does
future
anyone
leader of
want
the
a strong
European
front?
Union, I have a lot to say about it.
The future leader of the.
There we go. Got my fucking bot working because it stopped working too because fuck everything.
That's why it doesn't work for you, Ben. You keep insulting.
Ah, fuck you, bot.
Why are you insulting it?
Because it never works right.
What exactly is Spain doing in Africa, specifically in like Egypt and the Delta, the Nile River?
I said I
Yeah!
wanted to work
What is that?
toward-
What is they doing in
I
there?
wanted to work. I just explained this. I need that bit to then get to the desert to then get access to the eastern interior for colonization.
Smells fishy, Germany.
That's it. That's all I want. The rest of Egypt, I don't give a fuck about. I just want access to the eastern northern interior.
I finally gave
To
in.
be fair,
But why? That's what I'm asking.
I want to point out Spain. I want to point out Spain. The parts that you have to take in order to like get the parts, the parts you have to take, and then the rest you'll leave because you don't give a shit about. I don't think Egypt gives a shit about either because they're just barren desert. Because you're to get what you need, you have to go through the really
That's
incredibly
not
populated.
my problem.
What?
Mhm. Yeah.
It's a lot of ducats I have there. It's a few. I finally gave
Sorry,
in.
middle class, you're gonna have to start paying taxes.
I finally gave in and told the children they're allowed to go home. Well, I mean, I restricted child labor. I didn't outlaw it. I mean, they could still work, just not during school days.
What days are school days in Switzerland?
Please, sir, may I learn how to read?
No! Never! Please, sir, I'd like some more literacy. Although,
Oh, Ben, did you watch that new show Disenchantment yet on Netflix?
I have not, but I heard
Oh,
it's good.
I'm wanting to do it. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I got caught up in stuff.
I've been binge watching the newest season of Orange Is the New Black with Leah.
How is that show? Because everybody says it's great, but I have never watched.
It's okay. It's okay. Like I thought the first
I've
couple
never been
seasons
big.
were really good.
Yeah, I've never been big into like Netflix originals.
No, most of them are garbage.
Oh,
That's what I
somebody
heard.
please think
I heard
of the
that
children.
what was it? Daredevil was okay. Was that, or am I thinking, or is that an Amazon one?
I've never heard of it, so wouldn't know.
Daredevil, like the Marvel character. They did this.
All I
one
know
of-
is
one-
that Ben Affleck was Daredevil and the movie was bad.
What?
That's all. That's all I know. Man, you people
I
get.
mean,
a-
that is not an incorrect statement.
Yeah, you're right. I
didn't. I don't pay any attention to. I don't do superhero stuff anymore. I stopped paying attention to that after the Spider-Man 1.3. I think was when I gave up on.
Did you? Does anyone else think it's so ridiculous that Sony like put so much effort into making like a Spider-Man cinematic universe, just to have that whole thing like explode after the first movie. And they just like, ah, all this investment, fuck it, and just like throw it out.
Well, I mean, DC tried to do their cinematic universe with fucking what's it called, The Mummy, and
I mean, it's the whole superhero thing is just not a fandom that I'm in. So
Neither am I really. I don't.
Somebody in my chat said that Kevin Spacey came out with a new movie and it made $126 on its opening day. And I'm not sure if that's a typo or if it actually made $126. Like,
didn't he get accused of like raping kids?
It was
like underage boys or something.
Well, there was some sexual allegation stuff that came up from years ago that.
Well, I mean, if they were underage, then it is legally rape. That's why I'm using that word, not because of allegations of like forceful, but statutory.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's
this conversation.
So yeah, that was a thing.
Wasn't that the reason why he came out? Like, because as a way of apologizing for that.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, but I'm gay.
Well, no, he was like, he didn't address the allegations of like sexual abuse. He just addressed the fact that yes, I am gay, because it was a guy, because it was a man, or
because it was a guy. Yeah.
I don't know if I don't remember like if they were underage or not. So I don't know.
I figured out how to build.
Yes.
I figured out how to build the mountains.
I mean, the only reason I know as much as I do about this is because it involves Anthony Rapp, which was on Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, it did?
Yes. And he was 14 at the time.
Okay, then yes, very much.
Yeah,
like.
that'll do it.
Yeah. A lot of rape there.
A lot of rape. Buckets of rape.
I'd like to request that someone go over to Roach's Discord and add that to his quote section.
Please don't. I get like one thing on my Discord every month, and that's like it's always that shit.
Bob got a good one the other day from the opera I was running. Like, I'm a Nazi. Of course I'm a racist.
I didn't know how else to respond to that. It's like, yes, I'm a Nazi. I'm a racist. What do you want from me?
That's just how it is.
Fuck.
Where did I just build that tunnel?
Pause it. Something just happened. What is this war they're dragging me into?
Well, I'm gonna go get booze because I always need it for this game.
Fuck it. I'll do this. Because it doesn't look like Sicily has any friends.
Bright was pretty awesome. Are we talking about? If we're talking about Netflix originals, chat, then I liked Bright as well. I don't think it did very well critically, but I enjoyed it.
People were hypercritical of it in a lot of ways, and I don't understand. It was because it was like a pro-cop movie, and it tried having like things about modern like cop and civilian relations.
All right.
In the whole thing, and it didn't
my god,
really...
there is a serious shortage of clippers. My navy is just crying for clippers.
Oh, Penny, you're all tangled up.
So that was the reason I think it got a lot of bad reviews. I thought it was fine as like a popcorn flick, and I actually want like a sequel because I want to know more about that world.
You know, it's
like,
a great popcorn flick. Double Down.
I like the idea.
For what movie?
Double Down.
It was Double Down.
Oh, Jesus, not another. No, stop the Neil Breen.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
Oh, what the fuck?
Sorry, I asked that question.
Immigrant attraction minus 130%? What?
Well, that just means that there's no one's coming to your country.
Yeah.
That means your country's shit, Ben.
No, it says landlocked nation. You don't touch the ocean, so you're not a real country. All right. Well, so much for attracting immigrants. Your children don't have to work 14 hours a day, and you have health care here. But you don't have any oceanfront property.
So
wait, doesn't Lake Geneva count as water?
It's a landlocked lake, Ben.
Yeah, but it's water. It should count as water.
That's not how
Wait,
that
why
works.
are people unemployed?
Because there are not enough jobs, probably. That or just...
Wait, where are they?
There's a lot of reasons actually in this game. They could be unemployment.
Okay. All right. Well,
could also be that the factory's not profitable, so they can't pay the people.
Yeah, that's what it was. The factory wasn't profitable, so they all just went home. But I have the money. I'll just subsidize it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's not actually like one of those stupid questions, easy answer things. There's a lot of things that could go with that one. So my snark raced ahead of my mind.
Did you try turning the factory off and on again? That'll actually work if you're just talking about the button.
The factory button, the Whopper button.
You gotta push the Whopper button.
Just a reference there, I'm not understanding.
Yep, there's a lot of them.
Bagels.
What?
It's okay, Bob. Don't worry about it.
I can start talking about Star Trek again.
I mean, I'm okay with that, Bob. We're on the same page there for the most part.
It's not as bad of a problem for us. It's maybe the audience.
I would say most of the I would say that the majority of the audience knows about Star Trek.
No, the audience enjoys hearing me kvetch about Discovery. That's what they
I
enjoy.
love hearing Bob bitch about Discovery. I love it. I have no issues with that. Fort Geneva has been completed. So what was that war, Roach? I walked away to booze.
Hey, Austria,
Oh,
let's this to Daneland from you.
The Italians are the Italian kingdom is fighting two Sicilies to restore like order in provinces or something like that. They're annexing two Sicilies entirely, and two Sicilies has no allies anymore. So I provided some naval support.
baby, I know
really,
it.
what that meant was I just sent my navy down there and then brought them
Thanks
back.
for the sub, Myth.
Welcome to Club Germany.
See, my chat is all like, yeah, let's hear Bob talk about Star Trek. It's always funny.
I think Bob probably gets bored of it at a certain point.
I think we should let Bob field that question. Bob, do you ever get bored talking about Star Trek?
If it's misery, yes. Like Discovery, I do.
Well, you just gotta inject some of the good stuff in there.
How about another thing you're disappointed in the Star Trek franchise for? How disappointed are you because of the tabletop game and it's failing?
How much jiggery poker you need to make it work?
Yeah,
It's failing. You'll have to be more specific.
I said failings. I had an S in
Failings.
there. Yeah, I did
I mean, this is
pluralize
a pretty common theme through Star Trek tabletop RPGs, which is that the space combat is always really convoluted. The latest one, Star Trek Adventures, has everybody acting in turn on the bridge, and then you have the NPC ships then also acting. But it's just a really kind of clunky way of resolving stuff, and there's players that will straight just not have any jobs to do unless they come up with like really super duper creative ways to solve problems, which I haven't met very many that have.
I think that's basically what we did on our opening mission, where we were trying to, we accidentally dematerialized someone trying to move the little shuttlecraft we had around with like an industrial transporter. It's like, the shuttle made it here, but the person inside's gone. Well, he's somewhere on the planet.
somewhere, probably.
Well, no, he's become of the planet. He's everywhere at once. Didn't we do that? Am I making this up in my head? Didn't we kill someone by dematerializing them?
Probably.
I don't remember.
That's how memorable it was.
It's been a while, Ben.
Netherlands, you have no great power allies.
I was a great power for a while, but then I keep losing it to
but
other
now you're
up and
not.
comers. The Kingdom of Spain raced up ahead, and the Ottoman Empire was able to bring their economy back up just a tad.
The fuckers.
I might not be racing ahead too soon. I'm back down to 12.
How many?
Oh, what's the matter? You can't go subjugate the Egyptians anymore?
I've got. Somebody asked how many people are employees in the booze factory right now. There's.
What? Do you not want an
85,000.
ally that can actually hold its way against France?
Well, you can't
Is
do that
what
right
it's
now.
at? No, clearly not.
Is that
because
what's
of the
bad?
times
No,
that
I just want to be able to plunder their national treasures in Egypt without the Spanish owning the territory.
Well, the plunder's all in the Nile area, which I don't own. I just own the coast.
Yeah, you don't own it yet, but then you're gonna become ambitious and be like, that could be mine, and then you're gonna be like, oh,
no,
you know.
I
this is
just
mine, this is mine.
genuinely just want the Egyptian desert. That's it. And then the rest of the Nile, I will happily leave alone.
So some people asked what my plan for expansion was, like trying to gobble up bits of France or bits of Italy. Right now, my infamy's like through the fucking roof, so it's nothing. My expansion plan is to wait until the world stops being pissed at me because of those cattle I took.
I might actually beat up Austria-Hungary some more, maybe.
Just punching one of the sick men of Europe. I had it coming.
Well, I mean, there's that Sudetenland over there and all, so
It's very Sudeten-y.
it is.
It's got all the best Sud in it.
What?
Who knows?
Roach, you should get the reference. I'm ashamed of you.
I mean, I'm all for beating up France, but I'm not sure what Egypt has to do with France.
No, I need to expand my colonies in order to be able to get my people to stop farming the RGOs in Spain to become soldiers to have a military that can actually withstand France's on the
Have you
border.
increased
at
your
least.
military spending?
Yes, my military spending has been maxed for quite some time, and I don't really have that
Are you
big an
promoting
army.
soldiers?
Yes.
That reminds me, I should actually
I
pay
can no
my
longer help you.
soldiers.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Increasing your military spending also increases the potential cap you have for soldiers.
Aw, the Great Explosion of 1872. My coal mine exploded.
Let's be friends, Netherlands. I don't have any ambitions for the Benelux yet.
I don't.
Eat a bag of dicks.
Okay.
Eat a Bryce.
Eat a bag of dicks. Eat a bag of
How's the news making
dicks.
going? It's going good.
Well, I mean, Austria's only ally and friend in the world is Belgium, but Belgium does have France and, just France on its side. So, I mean, there's some benefit to having the Netherlands here because I think the Netherlands wants to get Southern Netherlands back at some point.
Gotta invade Austria-Hungary by way of Belgium.
I recall that being a conversation when the Netherlands was like, "Hey, I want this." Oh, Italy wants me to come in. Italian liberation of Venetian.
Venice.
Can we slow it down, please?
I got it. Speed
Or
2
pause it.
ahoy!
One second, because that's what is
Well,
that?
pause it would be great because it's going to
Oh.
time out otherwise, and I need to see what's going on.
Yeah, that works too.
That's between the Austro-Hungarians and Belgium.
Someone said I should jump France. I don't have a lot of people living in Switzerland right now.
I'm allied to Italy as well.
Oh,
Want
France
to beat up some Belgian and Austrian, Hungarian fucks?
Yeah, I'll need
Korea.
an army detachment for the Belgian area because most of my army is in the southeastern Pacific.
Well, I'm jumping in on this hayride.
I'm just
Oh,
becoming
way that
communist.
goes. And where are the Belgians? There you are. Come at me, bro. Oh wait, no, those are boats. I can't attack those with men.
Come at me,
Great
bro!
job.
Wait, I don't float well!
All right, I think we can go forward now.
We are going to march our way through Switzerland to get to Italy.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I did just build railroads freaking... Wow, they're not done yet. You can walk along the railroad paths where the railroads will be later. I am not going to grant military access to Italy.
But why not? They're my friends in this.
Oh, wait, they are? I thought you were against... Oh, wait, no.
No, they're my friends.
I mean,
they're my valiant allies.
My bad. There's wires crossed there. Is fort upkeep in Vicky 2 also expensive like in Vicky 4 and EU 4?
No.
No.
You can have forts in every province. I have level 1 forts in every province and level 2 forts in a couple of them in every one of my home provinces, and it's barely a scratch on my income.
That's right, Belgium. You don't want to cross this Alpine, do you? That's what I thought.
I mean, it's the same thing for Germany, from what I can see right here. They have forts fucking everywhere. They don't work the same as they do in
No.
EU4,
They're not the same.
CK2, and all those things.
Fortress Switzerland? I mean, isn't that what Switzerland is? So nobody wants to touch it. It's just a mountain range filled with forts and angry people.
But they're quite pleasant. It's just they can turn angry. They're conditioned.
Conditioned to snap on the drop
like
of
a-
a...
It's like a rabid dog that's been trained. Just
Alright.
Cujo of a country.
So who started this war?
Italy did.
They're liberating the Venetian provinces
Oh, liberating.
because they're primarily Italian.
Look, this is a pretty legit action. Belgium wants peace.
Already?
Oh, hey, apparently I'm in charge of the alliance now because I'm Germany, yo.
You're Germany.
Oh yeah, the Italians definitely smelled blood in the water, and they're all over fucking Austria right now.
Roach, is that the same sound effect you use for your vampire touch spell?
It might be.
Have you added a war goal to
Give me a
Belgium?
Give me a minute. I'm looking.
I have to put up with Roach making that noise a lot.
I
Yeah,
haven't used
Austria-
it in like a month.
Austria
maybe
and
2
Belgium are like,
weeks.
please stop, please stop.
So long.